How about Liz? Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. So I'm here with a dream. Okay, tell Mama you and I woke up. Okay, after I took a nap after finishing my nails, y'all. Y'all see my weekend for good nails, y'all. I decided to do green and pink because as I typed out, okay, some days I feel like Glenda for sure, for sure. All I'm missing is the bubble to travel in. And then some days I do feel like Alphabet. I can't say, you know what I'm saying? I understand from both aspects because I love pink. You know what I'm saying? I like to be in my, whimsical and my little soft spoken and my little chill rested in, you know what I'm saying? Rested in my femininity. But then there are days when reality, you know what I'm saying? People decide that they just got to pop my bubble, baby. And once they pop my bubble, I realized I'm more on the alphabet side, bro. I was dealt a messed up hand. I was dealt a messed up hand, you know what I'm saying? I feel like my life would be so much different if certain things didn't happen to me, if certain things never would have happened to me, if I didn't have certain experiences. But yet, here we are, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is at this point, I just feel like all I can do is just like, I just feel like it's not even a point. Like, it's not even a point and sit around crying out to God, like, why? Because for what? You know what I'm saying? What's gonna change? Nothing. Well, I guess at his own time, if he wanna change something. But I just feel like at this point, every time God say he gonna bless me, it's almost like he allowed demons to take over and steal my blessing. And I'm trying to figure out why, bro. I don't understand why, bro. And it makes me feel like Elphaba. And I understand why she turned evil. And it's like sometimes you be trying to be nice and you be trying to be good and you try and people insist on making you mad, insist on making you upset, insist on making you angry, insist on making you want to do something. And then once you do, I can't believe she did something like that. Oh, you really? Really? Are you really shocked? Are you really surprised? Is it really a situation where you're really shocked and surprised? Or is it a situation where, like, I just feel, I don't know if some people just think that they just gonna be able to bully you forever without, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it be a situation where you be ready to smack somebody, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. And then they want to call you a wicked witch. Now all of a sudden you doing you evil and they can't believe this. Just like I was saying, you know what I'm saying with my, and I know this, bro. They were acting all scared and the crazy lady, the crazy. I'm his wife, bro. Of course I'm gonna want to smack you because why are you over here trying to sleep with my man? So you know what? To solve the problem, that ain't my man no more. Whoop, problem solved. Y'all ain't gotta be scared of nobody. You don't have to fear for me pulling up. You ain't gotta fear about me calling and doing. I ain't doing none of that, bro. I'm single. Now I guess you gotta be scared about the fact that the man that you left unattended is gonna be looking at me. But don't worry, I'm not an SLUT like you, so I won't be sleeping with him. I'm gonna get me a single man because that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be deliberately going after somebody else's husband. Then you won't find yourself in a position where you gotta keep looking over your shoulder because oh no, sis is looking. Oh no, I know sis. If she find out, she gonna be mad. And if she does that, you know what I'm saying, sitting around laughing like she the problem. No, it's you, bruh, because you insist on being a WHORE, bruh, and that's the reason you sitting up here scared and you clutching your purse and you clutching your pearls and you don't know what to do and you sweating rockets and you know what I'm saying, just like the bitch. Call the cops when you see Kaya. Nervous now and don't know what to do, bro. If you would have left that woman man all the way along, you wouldn't even have to, baby. Let me get a scripture for this one before we even get into the dream. The scripture comes from Malachi 2:5. My covenant has been of life and of peace with him, and I make them a fear to him, and he fears me. And because of my name, he has been frightened. God said that this is somebody you fear God. And because you fear God, that's why you more so. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in between. I should be full blown alphabet mode, bro. I have all rights. From the time I was 7 years old, I have constantly been targeted by disgusting men, bro. targeted by evil women since I was a little girl. A man decided he was going to force himself on me. And the woman I told said, you better not say nothing or you be in trouble. As if I did something wrong since I was a little girl. So it shouldn't be a shock and appallment to anybody as to why I am disgusted by men at this point. And I do have feelings towards women as well. I just have to be honest and say that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I have finally got to a point to where I own it, bro. I just own it at this point. I don't even care anymore because every time I try to make friends, they stab me in my back, bro. Every time I try to get a man, he cheat on me. He do me dirty. He do everything in his power to try to tear me down, bro. So I'm over it. I might as well be honest with myself. If I can't be honest with nobody else, I might as well. I would like to be like Linda, bro. And you know what I'm saying? In my little bubble with all my pink things, just minding my pink business and just doing my things. You know what I'm saying? She ain't even got all the magical powers, but she just wave her wand and, things happen, bro. It would be nice. It would be nice to be a situation where I arrived at the school with all my nice stuff and everybody want to be my friend and everybody is nice to me and I got this big huge room by myself, but I'm gonna be nice and shit and I would do this that. I would love for that to be my reality, but instead my reality is more so like Elphaba, where everybody is being nice to someone else and I'm being pushed to the side and people are treating me as if my skin is green and people are treating me as if there's something wrong with me. And anytime I do something miraculous, people are frowning upon me. People frown upon me about. It's funny because when I first started being an influencer, so many people, you will never make money doing that. That can't be no career. You don't know what you're doing. And now that I'm actually doing it and I actually earn an income, people are, well, I don't know. I don't like it. And I don't like it because of this. And I don't like it because of that. I think you just don't like me. And now I don't care anymore. Now I'm at a point to where I am in Elphaba mode, bro. Why should I care? I have all rights to have a villain arc, bro. I have all rights to have a villain since 7 years old. Men been trying to forcing themselves upon me. And at 34 years old, men still want to try to force themselves. I have all rights to go full blown villain mode. Since 7 years old, women have been deliberately wanting to see me cry, wanting to see me suffer for no reason at all. And at 34 years old, women are trying to get me kidnapped, forced into sleeping with men, forced into slavery, thinking that I'm going to belong to them and all other kind of crazy stuff. I have all right to go full-blown villain mode. Nobody want to say it, but it's true. As quiet as it's kept, I have all rights, bro. As many people that should have never turned on me, I have all right to go full-blown villain mode, bro. All right. I really feel like that's why people be feeling some kind of way about me, because they know they did me dirty. I just feel nervous around her, and I just feel like she gonna do something, and I just feel like I bet you do, because you did so many wicked things to me. You just nervous that I'm gonna get you back, ain't it? You thought you was gonna get away with it, didn't you? And now that you didn't, you nervous and scared. You should be. I have all rights to have a villain arc. I choose to sit in my Glenda energy. I choose to be in this risk. I choose to be this way. But in reality, I can't stunt. Some days I feel like I'm tripping. I probably would be so much further in life if I would have went in Elba Mall years ago, bro. I should have been did it. I should have been went in full blown villain arc mode, bro. And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. I just feel like other people, if they would have been in my position, if they would have had to deal with some of the things that I've had to deal with in my life, they would have been acted a complete fool. It is wild because so many people be trying to act like I'm not mentally all the way there. If I was not mentally all the way there, I would have been showed my entire, you know what, bro. It wouldn't even be like, I don't even know. So That's the truth. That is the truth. But because I got my mind, I'm just chilling and I'm waiting until God move. And if God don't move, then I'm gonna move, bro. And that's just what it is. And once again, it's probably gonna be a situation where, cause I can't stay. The next time I move, I don't think I'm gonna be moving. I don't think it's gonna be a situation where I'm just gonna be. Cause if somebody start trying to kick on my door, we gonna have a whole problem. I'm not doing that again. I am not losing a house because of evil people anymore. I am not about to allow my life to fall apart because of any wicked people anymore. I'm over it. I'm over it. It's not gonna be a situation. I am running up on the tick 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 tick. I'm finna find me a husband. I'm finna have my kids, and I'm finna have my happily ever after, regardless to who happy about it or not. And if you got a problem, we gonna have a problem. Full blown alphabet mode, because I feel at this point I have all rights to have a villain arc. Because women act like they just can't leave my man alone, and they act like they just got to deliberately tear my life apart, and they just got to do this and that. I am never going to be anybody's slave. I'm never going to be the person that's just sleeping around with everybody. It's not going to happen. You can go ahead and hang that up and let it up. And baby, if you start trying to mess with my life, I am going to put forth effort to mess with yours. That will be a RICO charge for you. Prostitution is illegal. Slavery is illegal. You will be in jail. So I guess once again I'm right by choosing pecan green, because we still on the Glenda side. You know what I'm saying? But Elphaba, because baby, what I say, I'm finna enjoy my life. I'm not living for nobody else anymore. I'm not living for anybody else. And I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what the situation is. I don't care if somebody owes somebody money. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You gonna have to pay that back on your own, boo. And that's just what it is. I don't care if somebody lied and said they heard, they saw, they seen. Baby, I don't care what you heard. I don't care what you saw. I don't care what you think you saw. I don't care what you assume. Baby, you can go ahead and hang that up. I said what I said, and I mean what I said now. And that's just the end of it. It ain't gonna be no situation where now all of a sudden I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I have been through, and I've been through it so many times, people trying to make me out to be what they want me to be and getting mad when I ain't. And once again, it typically comes from men that are mad because I won't sleep with them. Lying and saying that they heard this, that, and the third, like that's going all, and with a smirk. Now she ain't got no choice. Boy, please, that don't mean I'm finna bust it open for you. You gotta be messed up. Now you can even more so sit there and be miserable with a bad taste in your mouth, because you will literally see me talk to anybody but you. Anybody but you. And if you was the last person left, you would still be standing there by yourself. I wouldn't come over there. Anybody but you. And I beat it. And that's like serious. I beat it. Anybody but you. You wasting your time. And it's not my problem if you feel like I'm the only person that you haven't been intimate. Oops, too bad. It's gonna carry on being that way. Show is. Because anybody but you. Anybody but you. And that's the message God said. This is somebody you have all rights to have a villain arc. See, God says, but this is someone, once again with the scripture, my covenant has been life and peace with him. God said he has made peace with you. And he has given you life. And there are people that are mad about that because they feel like you don't deserve to live. God said they're wrong. Just because you are like angry because somebody doesn't want to be intimate with you doesn't mean all of a sudden they deserve to die. This sounds like Susanna's story with them sick men and how they told Susanna, either you sleep with us or we gonna tell everybody we saw you sleeping with somebody else, and they gonna come and they gonna judge you. Baby, my God saw, and I'm still not sleeping with you. And I'm still not sleeping with you. How you have become so evil and wicked with your old age, nasty. I still don't want you. Even if it is a situation where you didn't told my husband, whatever you didn't told him, and now he don't want me no more, that's fine. We'll get a divorce, and I'm going to move on to somebody else because I still don't want you. Regardless if it's a situation where you're too old for me, or you married already, or I'm simply just not attracted to you. It really don't even matter. You could come up with, well, I heard that you dated somebody older before. Well, guess he ain't look like you. You can't even put yourself in the same group with him. So stop playing with me. Well, I heard coming with all, let me dust the dust off. I heard about this, that, baby, if you don't take all that stuff that you heard from years ago that I done already repented about, stuff that I'm already 10, 15, 20, you take that and shove it. That one, whoever she is, gone, bruh. I've been saved 10 times since then. You can go ahead and take them files and burn them, bruh. And if you just got to hold on to them, you do your thing. But just because you holding on to a file that happened 10, 20 years ago, don't mean all of a sudden the person from 10, 20 years ago is about to reappear. Because if there's anything else that is constant in life, it is change. That way. Baby, I just feel like God said this somebody, like, you may have very well been living in such a way, and I'm thinking about how at the beginning of the Wicked movie, how Elphaba was like, she really was excited because she was about to be able to live her life for her. And then her father tells her, no, you have to stay and make sure everything is okay for her, and you got to make sure she's okay, and you got to make sure everything, like, baby, I just feel like so many times in my life, my goals, my dreams, and my wishes have just been thrown to the side because of what somebody else wants. No more, bruh. I am not concerned. You take care of you. You need to take care of your own stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with me. It shouldn't be a situation where I need to put all my life on hold because of what you got going on. Even if it's a situation where my husband just got, he want to try this one, now he want to try that, and he want to try this, and he want to try that, and all this time, all I want is the baby. You go on about your business with them thoughts, and I'm going to find me a husband that is going to be concerned about what I want because that's what I deserve. And since you can't be that, we're going to leave you where you at. And I'm going to have peace. And I'm going to have life. Guess what? I'm going to have life because I ain't finna be chasing up and running up and down the streets trying to fight nobody, bro. Because you ain't my man. Okay? That ain't my... that ain't my man. That ain't my man. That ain't my man. And that ain't my man. So we is not finna concern ourselves with what he doing. We ain't even concerned ourselves with what he doing, bro. I don't even care anymore. Why? Because he wasn't concerned with what I was doing. And simultaneously, it can't be a situation with peace, bro, where he coming to me talking about all the stresses and nobody cooked for me today. And I don't know about this bill and I don't know about that, bro. I'm pretty sure since you haven't been around me, you had enough money for all your bills, but you keep on giving it to these thoughts. That is not my problem. It's not. And what I'm not gonna do is I'm not finna be paying all the bills, and cooking and cleaning, and you taking my reward and giving it to somebody else. Every time I do get pregnant, you praying that I lose it. You going around and lying about me to other people and making them think a certain way about me when it simply ain't true. I'm over it. And like I said, I really feel like it was something else going on. Like, because what logical sense does it make for any man to leave his wife lonely like that day in and day out? Unless he on some other stuff. Which is why, like, I feel like me realizing that is what really caused me to break free all the way. Because it's starting to get pimp like. It's getting pimpish. Why in the world would you want your wife to be lonely? Why in the world would you want your wife to be lonely? And you know what I'm saying? I'm just not understanding that. You gonna walk past your wife and go to a prostitute that just slept with somebody else? Baby, I like how and why? You would rather make a random stranger smile than your wife? It can't be a situation where you standing on the table screaming, "Why did she leave me?" I told you. I told you time and time and time and time again. And I know you know that I told you time and time and time again because you started telling them girls that I was going to get on them. And you was telling them to hide from me and, oh, you got to be careful. But what you didn't tell, the truth of the matter is she don't like me cheating on her because that's my wife. You tried to make it seem like I was this crazy psycho stalker. I got your crazy psycho stalker, bro. We done. Now I got peace. And you know what I'm saying? It's a situation where I do have my little, you know what I'm saying? My little Glenda vibes going on a little bit. All I'm missing is the boat. But boy, oh boy, let me tell you, dealing with that there had me very miserable, very bitter, very angry, very annoyed, and very upset. No smiles. What do I have to smile for? And my husband is more concerned with making everybody else smile but me. Of course I'm mad. Of course I'm annoyed. Of course I'm upset. Of course I'm irritated. Of course I'm baby duh. And don't be trying to use me as well. You see how happy my wife is. You can't use that no more because I'm mad. I'm miserable. I'm angry because you're a bad husband. Awful. Terrible. You are more concerned with everybody else being happy than you are with me. And that is why you're sitting there by yourself. And if you ain't by yourself, it's because you were already cheating on me with that whore. Sorry, but it's the truth. And that's why. And is she the one that was trying to convince you to steal my scooter? Is she the low life that wants to ride around on a scooter with somebody else's name on it? I have all rights to be miserable, bitter, angry, envious, frustrated. I have the perfect recipe for a villain arc since I was 7 years old. It's honestly weird that I love pink and girly and I love being a girly girl and I see all the little, you know what I'm saying? That honestly, I feel like that should be more weird to people than me walking around mad. I think about the things that I have been through in my life and the awful hand that I have been dealt, and it doesn't even make sense that I find reasons to smile. And that's the truth. I should have went to college, but I didn't even have anybody to sign off on it. And then once I was old enough to do it myself, I forgot all the stuff I learned in high school. I tried and flunked out. So what did I do? I moved on, bro. I found something else. I really had no other choice after the car accident. Nurse it out the window at that point. Every effort I put into getting married, I should have been married. I should have been married. I should have been married and happily ever after. But it always ends in flames. And it always ends in flames in the same way. It's a situation where somebody told somebody something. And now all of a sudden he cheating and he cheating and he cheating some more. And I'm trying to figure out why. I have every right to have a villain arc. I have every right to be wanted to just do, you know what I'm saying? And that's why people, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who this is that been walking around talking about they so scared and they so nervous and they so frightened. They need to stop messing with my life then. They need to stop interfering in my relationships. They need to stop sleeping with my man. They wouldn't have a reason to be scared. What you scared of me for? What are you nervous about? The only reason you gonna be nervous, scared, or anything is if you have been one of the staple reasons as to why I have all rights to have a villain arc. So what did you do? We all want to know. Why are you so scared? God said, go back to the script. Okay, we gonna move on. And I make them to fear him, and he fears me. God says it's a situation where there's somebody that did you so wrong and so evil, and now they scared. They don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know how to feel. They don't know which way is up and which way is down. God said he has caused this person to be scared of you because of all the evil they insist on doing. And now it's a situation where they can't help but to face all the evil that they have done. It just keeps, it's so loud. It's so loud. It's so loud. It's so loud. They can't ignore it. And all they keep on thinking about is when you gonna get them back. And what you gonna do. And how you gonna do it. And when you gonna get them back. And what you gonna do. And how you gonna do it. And when you gonna get them back. And what you gonna do. And how you gonna do it. God said you have all rights to have a villain arc. And this person is waiting patiently for it to begin. And they are terrified because they feel like they're gonna be the first person to be hit. They're gonna be the first person on your list. You have all rights. I feel like this message right here for like this would be a situation if you in a position where you done did somebody so wrong that you scared of them. Why don't you stop then? It's obvious and clear what you want to happen is not going to happen. So when are you going to face reality and stop? You sit up here going around telling people you scared, you scared, you scared, you scared, you scared. Why are you scared, Satan? Why haven't you stopped, devil? What are you scared of? We all want to know. Come on, let us know. Come on, tell us. We want to know. Why are you scared? God said this is somebody they conscience been eating at them, and the memories and regret and all this is going on over and over again in their mind, and all they can think about is all the evil they have done you, and oh, when is she gonna give me back, and oh, what is gonna be like, and oh, this and oh, that, and they so scared and they so nervous and they so scared and they so nervous. God said, then why haven't you stopped, you devil? Since you so scared. Could you imagine somebody constantly hitting you in your arm, and then every time you look at them, they cower down like, you're going to hit me, and they start running. Ah, look, they trying to hit me. They trying to attack me. Ah, God said, you demon, you. That's why you scared. If you would leave her alone, stop messing with people then. You the bully. And now that you realize the person you thought was weak ain't so weak, you sitting around scared. You should have left them alone in the first place. And as somebody that had to learn how to stand up for myself as a little girl, I don't like bullies. I'm going to embarrass you before I allow you to embarrass me. If I can help it. 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 I sure will. Oh, you think you talking about me because my clothes and my shoes not name brand, and you don't like my hair look a mess, and you talk back. Are you done? Cause now it's time for me to get on you. You gonna be crying when we leave here. That way, you should have left me all the way alone. I don't like getting into zodiac signs, but don't play with an Aries, bro. You gonna leave me all the way alone. You gonna be crying when you leave. That's just off my mouth. Should have found somebody else to pick on. God said, "Now this person's scared. They scared. They scared. They don't know what to do. They scared. They scared. They scared. Every time somebody come up on them out of nowhere, they jumping. And you ain't even touched them. They scared because they don't know what you gonna do. For somebody, it could be a situation where maybe they hired people to touch you. Hiring people to attack you. Hiring people to sleep with your man. Hiring people to destroy your relationships. And now they scared at what you gonna do. Oh, you scared? Now you scared, huh? Don't let it be a situation where you thought somebody was weak sauce and you find out they is a gangster, bruh. Oh, you scared now? Oops. Oopsie. Should have left that one alone, huh? All the moments that, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is somebody kept on pushing you and pushing you and pushing you to the edge and didn't realize, like, this somebody that got thrown out to the wolves and came back with the pack, bro. Came back a part of the pack. It ain't no situation where you got devoured. And now they scared. Oops. Okay. Baby. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. And because of my name, he has been frightened. God said this is somebody that was very discreet. They were doing things in a way to hide themselves and to hide their hand, and so that nobody would know what they was doing. But God has revealed everything to everybody in such a way. Whatever it is that this person has been doing to interfere with your life, or whatever it is this person has been doing to cause you heartache and pain, everybody know about it. Everybody knows she been sleeping with your man. Everybody know it was her that was lying on you. Everybody know it was her that was trying to set you up. Everybody know it was him that caused all the problems in y'all relationship. Everybody know it was him that made y'all lose y'all house the first time. Everybody know it was his fault that y'all don't have nowhere to stay now. Why should you be stressed and worried? You know what I'm saying? That, like, me finding out that my ex actually did in fact sleep with the neighbor, I have no reason to be stressed about what he is going through, because we would have a house. Had he not decided to touch her, we probably still be staying there. Had he decided not to cheat on me after we had the same problem over and over and over again, I cannot believe he was so stupid as to go over there and sleep with that girl right next door. How dumb. Bet not one person come to me talking about worrying about him. Because he needs to learn how to keep his thing in his pants, bruh. Period. The whole problem. Acting like I don't know what to do. I don't know. You need to stop being an issue. How hard is it to not sleep with somebody just because they there? And then you gotta lie to the little girl. You gotta lie and say that what did you say? I was your daughter? Is that serious? She wasn't even cute. Had all that acne and stuff all over her face. And you sitting up here lying saying your wife is your daughter. Are you insane, bruh? I'm convinced you did it on purpose to disrespect me. Because if it wasn't that, why you send her past my house? I'm convinced you did it on purpose. It's impossible that you didn't. And it's once again a situation where can't nobody say, well, I don't that, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear that. And like I said, the first time he owed me an apology, bruh. Now I feel like I even more so wasn't tripping when I said he owed me an apology before he moved in that trailer. He owed me an apology for multiple things. And still sitting over there acting like he did no wrong. The utter nonsense. Got these women thinking that they did no wrong. The utter nonsense, bruh. I swear sometimes, some days I wake up thinking we in hell. Because it is impossible that you think that you have all rights to sleep with somebody else's husband. And then want to send people after her about it. Because you just got to have her man so bad. Well, I don't care even if I got to sleep with him behind the dumpster as long as I can get him. Desperate, bruh. Disgusting. The utter nonsense. But then have the audacity to wonder why I'm mad. Why am I angry? Why am I slamming stuff? And why I'm ready to fight? Man, stop playing with me. You is the issue, sir. You is the problem. I have the audacity. I bet as soon as I move on, okay, we're going to try to move on again. Gonna have the audacity. Well, see, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Sir, it is you that been flipping and slipping and tripping all throughout our whole relationship. You probably done went through at least 20 different women. Whereas I've been with nobody but you. So now I am finished. I'm over it and I'm done. And when I find my person, you find the nerve to mind your business. Your friend better find the nerve to mind his business. Your other friends better find the nerve to mind their business. Because you chose all them other women over me. And I get it. Why would you choose one person when you can have all these other women? Touche. Even if it is a situation where they ain't willing to do X, Y, and Z that I was willing to do because of whatever they got, I really don't care. It don't even concern me anymore. But like I said, I'm going to be with one person because I'm not a thought. I'm not interested in sleeping around with a bunch of people because I'm not a thought. I'm not interested in sleeping with nobody else, man, because I'm not a thought. I'm going to find my person. I'm going to get married. We're going to have kids and we're going to ride off into the sunset. And you can do whatever it is that you choose that you need to do. And you know what I'm saying? I may not be able to create the machine so that I can travel via bubble. But what I can do is create the life that I want for myself. I feel like that's not far-fetched. That's not insane. It's not crazy for me at 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't feel like I'm just a knockout, beauty queen, I must be pretty because men still won't leave me alone. Okay? Even though they have wives, they won't leave me alone and feel like they should be able to break in here and come in here whenever they want to. So I must be pretty. I'm going to find me a husband and I'm going to have me some kids and we going to ride off into the sunset. And anybody that starts to mess with me about it, we gonna have a problem. Because now I'm over it. Okay? We right in the middle. Okay? For the longest time, we was just let things happen. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Over it. Wicked for good. Okay? Y'all see the nails. Wicked for good. Pink and green. Over it. Right in the middle. But I don't deserve. I feel like all the bad things that happened, I did not deserve any of that. And I pray that God have mercy on all the souls of every last person that took out the time, effort, and energy to seek war against me just because how dare I be born looking the way I look. You know what I'm saying? And it takes so much out of me to not say that I pray that you burn in hell, bro. It takes so much in me to not say it. I pray God have mercy on your soul. Because you're evil. Pure wicked. To just look at somebody and have hate in your heart is evil. To look at somebody and think to you, I want to see her cry. I want to see her bleed. I want to see her mad. You are evil. You are wicked. You demon you. You deserve somebody to say you need to be in hell. How dare you? to attack an innocent person and then turn around and holler you scared. Excuse me? It's just pure D demon, bro. And that's the message. God said he is the one that caused this person to have some fear in their heart. Why? Because he's sick and tired of them trying to take blessings from you. He's sick and tired of them interfering in your life. He's sick and tired. Every time he bless you, they try to do something or they do something to steal it. God said he is seeking judgment upon them. That's why they scared. And everybody's scratching their heads trying to figure out why they scared of you. Because in reality, you have done nothing wrong. Who did wrong? They did. And now it's a situation where they sit up here trying to figure out why they scared and what they gonna do. And they gonna give me back some way. They gonna give me back somehow. I just don't know how. I don't know how they gonna give me back, but they gonna give me back. And I gotta figure out how they gonna give me back. But they gonna give me back. And they gonna give... Baby, God said under judge. Somebody is under judgment. And they under judgment because they shouldn't have did all the evil and wicked things that they have done. And because of the fact that they refuse to make it right. They refuse to stop. They refuse to leave you alone. Now they in fear. God said until they leave you alone, they gonna remain that way. If they would leave you alone, they would have nothing to fear. But because they keep messing with you, and they keep lying on you, and they keep trying to set you up. For somebody, there's someone, they keep trying to set you up, and every time it fall apart, they get so scared and so nervous because they trying to figure out how you survive. They trying to figure out how you got out of it. They trying to figure out why hasn't it happened? Why hasn't it happened? God said this part, until they leave you alone, they gonna carry on feeling that way. And they gonna carry on being embarrassed. And it's going to carry on being a situation where people are looking at them like it's something wrong with them. Because half these people that they trying to use to set you up are trying to figure out why this person keep trying to set you up. What could you have possibly done to them? That they are constantly wishing this evil upon you. Some people really be thinking that don't nobody ever think about anything. Everybody have a mind. Everybody got a brain. Well, I think except the well, nope, because I watched another a fellow YouTuber's video about the not the scarecrow and how, because you know what I'm saying, he used to have a brain when he was young, and you know something happened to him and it caused him to lose his brain. So everybody got a brain, bro. And at some point in time, everybody is gonna stop and think. And don't let it be a situation where you're trying to hire men of God or women of God to do your evil deeds. They're gonna eventually sit down and think, it seems like God himself is stopping me from doing this here. And then they're going to have to sit down and wonder why in the world God is stopping them. And if God is stopping them, why do you keep trying to have it happen? What is wrong with you? You steady saying out your mouth, this person is so wicked and they so evil and they so mean and they so wicked and they so evil. Yet the only person they see doing wicked and evil deeds is you. And it causes them to step back and look. Because anybody with a brain would. Baby, that's the message. God said this is somebody you got all rights to have a villain art. You have all rights to become Elphaba, the wicked witch of the whisper. All rights. Because there are people that refuse to leave you alone. And now they sitting around scared calling you this wicked witch when you have done nothing to them. You have done nothing wrong. But it's because they insist on messing with you. They insist on messing with you. They refuse to leave you alone. And that has caused them to be under judgment. And that's just what it is. That's the message. God said, like, you know what I'm saying, regardless to what part of the spectrum, this could be somebody that you wondering, like, for somebody, you are in this position right here. You feel how I feel. You have been going through it for a long time. Your life has been HE double hockey sticks for a long time. God said it's time for you to stand in your power and let all, like, ain't no more of that now. We're not pleasing nobody else. We don't care who it is. If that man insists on cheating and sleeping with all those other women and he refused to stop, let him go then. You're not obligated to stay there. You're not obligated to be with him. You're not obligated to deal with it. And if you have a friend that refuses to stop doing you evil and doing you wrong, you have all rights to stop talking to them. Completely cut off communication. You don't have to speak to them anymore. Go on about your business then. Ride off into the sunset. How is it that she don't have to stop sleeping with your man, but you gotta be friends with her and you gotta be nice and wave and you supposed to wink at her and all this? Baby, please. How is it after that man deliberately went out of his way to destroy your relationship, you supposed to now all of a sudden you supposed to be in love with him and googly eyes and you finna give yourself to him? Boy, please. Who lied and told you that? Like all of a sudden now that me and such then broke up, I don't have standards anymore. Y'all should have saw the face I just made at this. Stop playing with me. Now all of a sudden, I just gotta, at this point, I might as well sleep around. Boy, please. I don't know what kind of world you got going on. Y'all got going on over there, okay? On y'all side of the world. But I'm good on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get in my little bubble that doesn't exist because I cannot figure out how to make the bubble machine that Ariana Grande had on the movie. I wish I had me a machine so I could hop in my little bubble and just travel to another area. And y'all be over there and I will be over here, guys. Because, baby, what I say I don't got time for it, and what I say an area I choose, and I'll be working the job that I choose, being around people that I choose. And when I decide to be with somebody and be intimate with somebody, it's going to be the man that I choose. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And what I'll never do is stop recording, posting, because I love my channel. I love my business. And you know what I'm saying? It'll never be a situation where I'm going to have a bright idea of selling myself. That's never an option. Deuces.